We are happy to have you. My name is Randy Webb. I've been a part of this company now for a little bit over 3.5 years, going on 4 years. My background prior to this industry, I was a C-130 pilot in the United States Air Force. I flew for about 9.5 years. I was about 4.5 years enlisted before I became an officer. And I'll tell you, that was such a blessing for me. How many of you prayed for a career that you wanted? You prayed for that dream job that you wanted, and then you got it. Okay, you're like, man, I finally did it. Whether it's you becoming a lawyer, a doctor, I became a pilot in the United States Air Force, okay? Huge accomplishment. And I thought that was going to be the end all say all. I thought, listen, Air Force pilot, become a colonel, general, spend my 30 years in the military, maybe get a position in the White House somewhere, okay? That's really the track. And that's what I thought my life was going, but I believe that God has something greater for me, and I'm so grateful for it, because I had a turn of events in 2012 to 2013, which gave me and afforded me the opportunity to see an industry like this. And no matter where you come from, it showed me that there were no limits to the amount of money I could have. There was no limits to the freedom I could gain. That's what attracted me to what you guys are about to hear right now. See, my journey started back in 2013 when I got introduced to this community, got introduced to this industry of people who are winning. Okay, if you ever went to work and people are just always happy, okay? And you ever went to work and people are making the money they want to make? Well, no, that's typically not the case, right? People are angry, sometimes stressed out. Say Monday morning is probably the most stressful day of the week, okay? But when I got involved with this industry, okay, the energy was electric, the people were electric, okay? It was a great community. And one thing that I learned was this: you are the sum total of the 5 people that you associate with the most, okay? And so I want you to think about, who are the 5 people you talk to on a daily basis? And you may realize that you guys have a lot in common. That can be a good or bad thing, right? Okay, if you hang around with millionaires, okay, most likely you have a lot of millionaire attributes or things you know what to do to go make $1 million if you haven't already done it. Okay, if you're hanging around with someone who makes 15,000, 20,000 a year, 30,000 a year, then they're going to have that type of advice for you. And I was so fortunate that I learned something early about leadership. When I joined the United States Air Force, I was just a young man, enlisted, young teenage dad coming out of Compton, California, just looking for something better. And I remember seeing the commercial, the Army of One, and thank God I ended up going Air Force. Now, I love all my brothers, right? All my military brothers, but I went Air Force, and some things opened up for me, because I remember watching this pilot who looked like me, sound like me, and I just asked him for some advice. I said, hey, how did you become a pilot? How did you get that career? And when he sat down for a couple minutes and shared with me, hey, if you join the Aero Club, you can do this, this, and this. You finish your degree. You can apply for an officership. And if they pick you up to be a pilot, okay, you can serve for the Air Force. And you know what's crazy? I did exactly what that cat, he was a captain at that time, exactly what that captain told me to do. And because I followed his steps, okay, I was able to become a pilot in the United States Air Force. And 9.5 years of my journey in there, deployed to Afghanistan, Iraq several times, gave me a lot of leadership under my belt. And if you don't know, leadership is probably one of the highest paid careers in the world, because you can take leadership and apply it to anything. And I'm so grateful for it. But in 2012, I had a turn of events where I took an anthrax vaccine, triggered my body, got diagnosed with lupus. Now listen, okay, I went from this healthy officer to, man, I don't know if I'm even going to survive over the next year. And that was a serious conversation my wife and I were having. Things were happening in my life, and all I could think about was, man, if I leave this earth, my wife is just going to get some insurance money, and the pay is going to stop. It doesn't come in residually. And this is what got very important for me, because at the same time I was going through that sickness, we had some family members reach out to us and say, I know you guys are dealing in the real estate industry right now, and you guys are doing a couple things, and you know you're in the military. I got something you got to see. I want you to check this out. And when I checked out that opportunity, here's what I saw. I saw exactly what it was. Okay, I seen the opportunity where I didn't have a cap on my income. I seen the opportunity that I could work as hard as I wanted to work. And if I worked as hard enough and produced the results, those results will continually come in every single month. Okay, I would actually get paid for what I'm worth. How many of you on this call, by show of hands, you can put 1-1 in the chat, okay? If you don't believe, put a 1-1 in the chat if you don't believe you're getting paid what you're worth right now. Okay, and you're looking for a way to get paid for what you're worth. Okay, that was me in 2013. Okay, see all the ones in the chat. That was me in 2013. I wanted to be paid for what I worth, and I knew that I was a very, very hard worker. And I'm so grateful, because I believe that opportunity was attracted to us, and we got involved with this industry. Okay, well, 3.5 years ago, okay, we had some of the same things happen. We're going through a transition in our business. Fast forwarding our story, we're transitioning our business, and we got introduced to the financial industry, the markets, okay, trading in the Forex industry, okay, becoming a digital entrepreneur. I didn't realize that there were people who were making money from their phone, okay? You know, in my last business, I had to work hard to get paid. And now we place ourselves in a position where I can literally pick up my phone, okay, and make money from it. But if you haven't heard about the information, okay, of course, you don't know exactly what to do, okay? And I believe that becoming wealthy, okay, getting to a place where you are free requires that you just have information. And today, what I want to do with you is share information with you, okay? The company we're going to talk about is called I Am Master Academy. I've been a part of this company 3.5 years. I Am has been around for over 8 years, okay? Powerful CEOs, okay? Powerful CEO and founders of the company, Chris Kateri and Isis Delatorre, okay? They created this platform to help average families like you and I, okay, become online digital entrepreneurs where we can trade in the market and make money right from home. Instead of having to go work a job or go drive Uber, okay, or do other things, we got to expend our time. We now can learn a skill set that no matter what, okay, whether I work a job or not, okay, whether this company is around or not, okay, when I gain that skill, I have that skill that can make my money, my family money forever. And I want to share that same skill with you. But first, I want to give you the mindset of where we started at, okay, a little bit over 8 years ago. And my wife and I, we were heavily invested in the real estate market, and we knew that we didn't want to keep our jobs forever, right? You've been taught, just like we've been taught, okay, in order to be successful, you got to go to school. We know that's not necessarily the truth, right? A majority of people go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and they work 40 years of their life, only to retire with 40% of the income they couldn't live off in the first place. This is why most people are realizing right now, at the end of their 40-year run, their 401k is not enough to retire them, so they have to go get a second job. See, I once heard that 2 jobs for 2 people, okay? I don't want 2 jobs, don't even want 1. So I'm going to show you how to actually retire yourself. And if you want to live free, how to put that additional stream of income inside of your life. But understand there's 3 strategies. Just like I listened to that pilot and I became a pilot, you have to listen to people who already have the results that you want. And when you listen to what they are doing and they have the results, most likely, okay, if you do what they do, you're going to get what they get, okay? Unfortunately, we take the advice from the wrong people. I once heard someone say, and I'll tell you it's true as all ever, those who are in poverty, and I was once there, those who were in poverty asked for advice from the poor and asked for money from the rich. I said, man, it couldn't be no farther from the truth, because that's what happens, right? We take advice from our friends and they say, don't do that. Those things don't work. Or don't do that. That doesn't work. And they make a certain amount of money, and they've always been there because they're buying their own advice. But then when it comes to someone who's already accomplished themselves, made some money, they have the freedom, they give you the advice and tell you exactly what to do, you discount it because you don't believe that you're like them. And I want to tell you right now, okay, if I can do it, you can do it too. Okay, I want you to have that Me Too moment on this call as well too, because there's nothing special about Randy Webb. The only thing special about me is I started 8 years ago. Okay, and so there are 3 strategies that you got to learn right now if you want to become successful. Okay, the first strategy is what you're currently on. We have been taught to exchange our time for money, and what they didn't tell you is that money will be devalued over time. So we're working for a dying currency. So here in the United States, for example, okay, as you know, we print a gang of money. And so the more money that they print, the more diluted or the more your buying power is impacted. So if you're continually working that job on a daily basis, every day that our government prints money, you lose money, okay? No one's ever taught me that. And when I learned, I said, I don't want to work for money no more. Okay. See, the day that you learn the way the money flows, you'll never want to work for it again. And I started moving to strategy 2. And strategy 2 is where 3% of people live at. They figure out a way to get their money to actually work for them. Okay. Whether they trade or invest in the stock market, they get involved in the real estate market. Okay. They trade Forex, they invest and trade in the cryptocurrency market. Okay. There's so many things that you can do. They're in the e-commerce space. They're getting their money to actually work without them having to expend the time for money anymore. That's you heading in the right direction. We call that investing. And that is the only way to get out of the rat race. Okay, me and my wife, we were fortunate that in 2007, I read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which changed my life forever. Okay, one of the lines that I learned was, listen, don't go out and buy liabilities. You want to focus on buying assets and allow the assets to pay for your liabilities. Okay, so I was the type of person that said, listen, I'm going to do exactly what he tells me to do. My wife wanted a brand new car, which would have been a liability. So what did I do? I bought a small rental property, okay, for $50,000. We were able to rent it out for $800 and get a difference of $500. I was now able to go take that amount I was getting monthly and buy my wife's truck, her SUV, and it paid it off. That's called buying an asset before your liability. And so when I seen this business model that you're seeing right now, it was a no-brainer. Okay. And so the number one strategy, if you want to become a part of the 1%, is you got to have multiple streams. So once you learn how to invest once, you learn how to do it one time, maybe you might be doing real estate, okay, and crypto and the stock market and some other things to make a stream of income. You get the 7 streams of income, you're on your way to being a part of the 1%. Okay, because now your money is outpacing you. Your money is outpacing the economy, the inflation that's happening right now. And that's what I got excited about. Okay, it's no secret that we are now in a state where if you're not making money from your phone, you're living in the wrong century. Okay, everything around us is peer-to-peer. Everything around us is digital. A lot of companies in 2020 and 2021 got buried because they weren't used to doing business over the internet. They weren't used to doing business over their phones. So we look at Uber, for example, they took out the taxi industry. The taxi industry didn't pivot in time to create an app on the #1 real estate in the world, our phones. Okay, whether you know it or not, the #1 real estate in the world is having an app on the phone. Okay, Uber did that. Lyft did that. If you don't know what Turo is where you can rent out your car through an app. Okay, instead of you having to go to the rental car place, you get to rent out your car through Turo. Airbnb, you can rent out your property through Airbnb. It's an app, okay? And so you look at all these different things, blockchain we're gonna get into, but cryptocurrency now allows us to do things similar to what the banks were doing. When the banks earn interest, now we can earn interest like the banks earn interest. Did you know you can earn well up to 17% a year on cryptocurrency right now? Did you know you can get involved with, it's called Internet of Things, start your own internet band or network? Okay, all this is happening right under our nose. And if you don't have the information, you're going to miss out on the move. And this is what excited me, because in 2013, my wife and I, we decided to partner with I Am Master Academy, and we seen the vision of this company. You see, Isis and Chris, their vision is so big that they seen that people were going to need something like this. They need to understand the markets. Chris has over 30 years of experience trading, okay, off of Wall Street and training people how to be very good inside the markets. Chris is a phenomenal expert trader doing major things. And now he's been able to sprinkle that over this company. And so we have 4 different platforms that we're going to share with you. And just know this, what we're teaching you all the way around is how to be a digital entrepreneur. Whether you trade in the foreign exchange market, which all that is exchanging one country's currency for another country's currency. Something you've already been doing, you just haven't made money off of it yet because you didn't learn how to do it from your phone. Okay, HFX, we show you how to turn your hourly wage into a 1 to 3 minute wage. Whatever you're making per hour, $25, $100, wonder if we showed you that it was possible for you to make it in 3 minutes. We have people who are completing their daily goals in 20 minutes time, going through our HFX Academy and plugging into our educators. And we're going to talk about that system. And then lastly, of course, my babe, I call it my other babe, okay? DCX, digital currency, our digital currency mastery academy. Listen, if you don't know what cryptocurrency is right now, you don't understand words like POW and POS and HODL. Listen, this is what our academy is for, to teach you basic lingos about cryptocurrency, something that you should learn anyway, so that you can start expanding your network, start expanding your money. And most people, guess what, their whole lives, and I'm talking about me too, we don't learn about the stock market because schools don't teach that. You don't learn about the Dow, you don't learn about futures, all this money moving around you, but you don't speak the financial language. So therefore you miss the money. Like I said, all this is about is information. So in our DCX Academy, we're going to teach you some basic lingo and language, and then we're going to show you how to actually invest and trade inside the markets. And of course, our e-commerce platform is absolutely powerful. We've hired on one of the #1 internet marketers in the world, teach you how to set up a Shopify store, how to market through Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, you name it. My wife and I, we were able to start 2 e-commerce stores because of this program here, and it worked hard. It works hard for us, okay? We love it. So here's how our Forex Academy works. Basically, all we teach you is how to enter and exit the market, okay? How money is made is this. Let's say that you buy at this entry point here, okay? You're gonna take profit at this red point here. That means you made money. And sometimes this could happen in minutes. This can happen in an hour. Maybe it may take 20, may take a day, depending on what type of profits you're trying to pull out of your trade. But just know we have different type of softwares to allow you to enter the market and exit the market along with the education. So that's powerful here. So an example like this, okay, with 125 pips, it may be that you made $12 all the way to $1,200, depending on your account size. We teach you how to make money based on time. Maybe you're that person who's like, I'm not that patient. I want to make money and I want to make it now. And if you're that type of person, one of the hottest products that we have right now is our HFX trading platform. It's based on time. So you can select 1 minute to 3 minutes, and based on if the currency is going to go below your entry price or above will determine whether you profit or not. So if we were to take a sell, this put right here, and price drops below like we expected to, we're going to have a software to show you how to just follow an up or down arrow. And so when price drops, it stays there for 1 minute, you get paid. If you do a call, which means buy, price goes above it, stays there for 1 to 3 minutes, you win that trade as well too. We have people who are compounding their accounts on a daily basis, okay, making money. And this is what's powerful. Maybe on the side, you can do this daily, or you can do this twice a week, where you're compounding your savings account, learning how to trade and building up an account inside of your HFX platform. And then, like I talked about before, digital currency, here's why I love it. I love the volatility. Volatility means for us, it means multiple opportunities to make money in a short amount of time. Okay, so you want something that is very volatile. With Bitcoin and Ethereum and all these cryptocurrencies that are out there, if you're trading Bitcoin, you get opportunities every single hour pretty much to make money inside the markets, or waiting for position to happen inside the market. Okay, right now, Bitcoin is bullish. Okay, so big things are currently happening. So if you were on here for the first time and you're like, Randy, I don't get cryptocurrency. Listen, 3.5 years ago, I didn't get it either. But I'm so fortunate that I said yes and I signed up and I started learning, because it put me ahead of all of my peers when it came to making money inside this industry here. And that's exactly what IM Academy is going to do for you. It's going to put you in position to understand this new evolution of money and where it's going in the future, so that you can be in position. And if you want to make additional money on top of learning how to trade and learning how to invest, okay, we all run e-commerce stores. It's so simple to sell, a t-shirt, or to sell, you see this canvas behind me? Got a good friend who's a part of the company who sells that canvas that's behind me for $150. Guess what? He didn't have to see that canvas not one time. He drop shipped it directly to me, meaning I bought the canvas didn't get made till I bought it, okay? And then when they made the canvas, they sent it to me and he made profit. So we teach you how to run your own e-commerce store and sell some of the hottest items on the market. Maybe you're on here and you're like, well, I don't know what to sell. Great, because the way that our program works is we have someone who's going to show you different products that are actually hot on the market, because they did the research for you, and all you have to do is plug and play, okay? You got to just take that product, put it on your e-commerce store, market it like we tell you to, and then let it sell. Okay, and so this is an absolute powerful product that we have as well too. We have a lot of people winning in the e-commerce platform. So you can imagine, listen, I do everything. Not only do I trade Forex, I also trade HFX. I invest with DCX, and I run an e-commerce store. So my e-commerce store, anytime I sell anything, guess what I do with that money? That money goes into my investments into cryptocurrency. So we give you a whole system and blueprint for you to win financially. Okay, so if you feel that you're behind today, money-wise, okay, I believe that this is the company for you to change that all around. See, it's just no secret that the average person right now has little or less than $1,000 in their bank account right now. So I know, me talking to you right now, about 70% of people on this call absolutely need what I'm talking about right now. And I'm so fortunate, 3.5 years ago when we plugged in, it was a simple platform. Just like what you're seeing right now, we're going to teach you how to build real wealth just by plugging in and learning how money is made and how you can make it too. And so starting off with our back office, you have our academies. We have our Go Live section that you're going to plug into with our educators. Okay, and with our Go Live section, you're going to have access to over 200 educators with 1,000 hours per week that you get to plug into. What does that mean? Okay, that means just like how you're looking at me right now, there's going to be somebody in real time educating you on exactly what's happening in the market. Maybe, for example, Bitcoin is bullish right now, showing you exactly, okay, we expect Bitcoin to pull back to this price, and personally, I'm going to enter the market here. So it gives you an idea of what these top educators are looking at before they enter the market. And in turn, guess what you do? You learn how to enter the market as well too. Now, I know starting off, you're not going to know all this information. A lot of this is going to be foreign. When I started 3.5 years ago, it was foreign to me. And the person who got me enrolled and signed up, they said, listen, Randy, I know you're a pilot and you're analytical and you want to know everything today. You're not going to learn everything today. But I promise you, when you plug into the system, okay, you'll start learning along the way, bits by bit. But to kick you off so you can start making money, okay, I'm going to teach you how to copy and paste. And so they showed me how to push the sell button on my MetaTrader 4 app. They showed me how to push the buy button. And they said, when you get on with the educator, if you hear the educator say, hey, we're looking to buy something in this zone here, then you're going to be prepared to just click the buy button once it hits that zone, okay? Or you'll be prepared to hit the sell button once it hits where they tell you it's going to hit at. And so my first night getting on, I was on one of my mentors, Dr. Kathy Kirkland, and she goes, I'm selling GBP CAD. And I said, me too. Okay, click that red button like they tell me to. I watched numbers go up. I watch numbers go down. And literally less than an hour, okay, my first trade, okay? Now, past results don't equal future results. But for my first trade, I made $331. Listen, during that time of our life, we were transitioning businesses and we needed something to work. And I remember being so ecstatic. I hopped up off my kitchen table. I ran around my house a couple of times. I went back to my wife and said, babe, if this is real, we keep doing this, we're about to get super rich. And here we are 3.5, almost 4 years later, folks. Our life has dramatically changed. Portfolio way up. But the best part is our community watching them win as well, too. Because not only did we started winning, the people that are in our circle started winning as well, too. And that's what I really got excited about. So when you get started with us, one of the first things we're going to do is have you download 2 apps. If you become an elite member, which we'll talk about, you can download both of these apps. Remember, everything makes money. So if you download Swipe Trades, we're going to teach you basically how to copy and paste for the traditional Forex market, okay? If you download Swipe Coins, we're going to teach you how to copy and paste in the cryptocurrency market, okay? So that's the first part of the system. We want to get you trading and making money. I know you don't understand it, so you'll start off copying and pasting. Then you'll go to the Go Live. You'll listen to the educators. You'll start catching on a little bit more. You'll start maybe trading on your own at some point, or at least on training wheels. And then ultimately, you shift to the third portion of what we offer. You profit yourself, okay? These are our strategies that you're going to plug into that allow you to make money on your own without having an educator, okay? I remember my first flight my first solo flight as a pilot, okay? I was flying the T6, and what the Air Force do is they put you on 5 flights to go fly with the instructor, and you learn what you're supposed to learn, and then once they give you the okay, they basically, there's no keys to the aircraft, but they basically give you the keys. You step out to the aircraft, okay, you get in, you do everything you're supposed to do, and you're on your own, okay? It's like, oh my God, okay? I got that same feeling. Once I learned how to push the sell and buy button on my own, I felt it took off the limit on what I can make. I can go into any trade, anytime that I want it, and I had complete control. And so I hope that you get the same experience that I got to get, because this is where I began to get complete control. I started leveraging and making money using these tools here. Okay, so you may be asking, okay, Randy, I love everything you talk about right now. How do I get started? Is it a couple $1,000s? Typically, guess what? I've seen the Rich Dad Advisors program and all other programs. You know what they cost? $10,000 to $20,000 to teach you about the stock market, to teach you about Forex, okay? And is it worth it? Yeah, it will be worth it still if you had to pay 10 grand. But I'm so grateful. The vision of our CEO and the founders was that we don't want to hit people upside the head, because we're truly trying to change lives right now. We know that people don't have money in their accounts. Okay, we know the average family has less than $1,000. So how do we get them involved in this community? Okay, we make it an affordable price for average people to get started. And so we have our elite membership, which is only $274.95. And this is a promo price right now. Typically it's $325. So meaning today, when you get started, you're getting $50 off, okay? I would say it like this. You get $50 off, take that $50 and make that one of your first investments into the market, okay? And so to start with us today is $275, that's it. I'm an elite member. I learned how to trade Forex, HFX, DCX. Okay, it's the best value. As a matter of fact, if you didn't do this, the elite membership for each individual academy, it's $209.95. Now, if you're looking like, if that extra $70 that you're looking at is like, man, I really need that extra $69, or was it $65? Okay, so I can't do the elite membership, then that's cool. Okay, doing DCX, HFX, or our Forex package is just fine. Now, if you ask me, you say, Randy, okay, I only can do the 209 package. Which one should I do? Now, I'm biased, okay? Now, but if you're on this call, I want you to get back to the person who got you on and say, hey, what are you doing? Okay, they may be doing elite. Okay, you might have to ask them the same question. Okay, most people are doing elite. But if they don't give you an answer, here's my answer, and it's biased. Okay, I'm gonna tell you to do DCX. Okay, why DCX? I believe that everyone can win. Of course, in all of our product, DCX just happen to be very, very simple in my opinion. We're going to teach you how to invest and trade at the same time. Okay, $209.95. HFX is very simple as well too. We're going to teach you how to look at an up and down arrow. See where I'm getting at? All of this is great. So I promise you want to go elite if you can. Okay, but it's $209.95 individually for our academies. You can kind of see the value here. With elite, you get all of them. So you're automatically getting that $600 discount just coming in at the elite membership. So folks, I got started 3.5 years ago. Got fired up after I made my first profit, and it was simple. Okay, if you make money, are you going to go tell someone about it? Absolutely. You might say on here that you won't, but you will go tell someone about it, because it's what happened to me my first night. Okay, when that 331 closed out, Man, I hopped on the phone with my mom. I said, Mom, guess what? You ain't gonna believe this, because we were transitioning businesses too. First, I told her about the transition. Then I said, I just came across something big. I just made $331 and I can't believe it. And my mom said, how? I said, all I did was copy off what this person told me to do. And she says, I want to get involved. So my mom signed up. My dad signed up. Told the same story to my brothers. They signed up. Now I have a sister who's very skeptical. She's a health professional. And typically she don't do these type of things. And she calls me up the next day and she goes, bro, I heard that you're making money by copying and pasting some kind of way. Why didn't you call me up? I'm like, sis, because you said you don't do these things. And she goes, no, bro, I don't want to have to talk to people, but if I can make money from home right in front of my computer, I'm in. And so my sister signed up as well too. So needless to say, you can see on the screen here, if you refer 2 customers, okay, just 2 that remain active customers, I call these like study buddies, then your monthly fee goes away. So for the elite membership, you have a monthly fee of $274.94 that you pay 4 weeks later after you join, okay? For the traditional membership, the 209 package, you'll pay $174.95 4 weeks from the time that you start, okay? Those fees will be waived if you get 2 customers of the equal package and they remain active customers. As long as you remain those 2 active customers, every month will be waived for you. That was a no-brainer, did it my first night, okay? And we've been having fun ever since. So that is our product. That is what we do, okay? We are an online digital academy that teach people around the world how to make money from their phones and from their computers in several different ways. You can do all of them, okay? Or you can do one of them. It's all up to you. Now, the second part is optional. But what if I told you that you can put yourself in position to market the #1 online digital academy in the world and have the potential to make $750,000 a month one day? First of all, you say, really, that much money? Okay. But what if I told you make an extra couple thousand per month? Maybe that might be your level. Okay. $10,000 per month. Marketing the online academy. Maybe trading might not be for you. Maybe investing. Okay, let me take that back. Investing should be for everybody. But maybe you're in a place right now where you have to accumulate some extra money so that you can invest. And if that's you, I'm gonna show you a blueprint that can change your life forever. And I want you to remember 3 principles before we get off here. #1, the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. How many do you have now? #2, if you don't figure out a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day that you die. That's a fact. I remember when I heard that, didn't matter that I was a pilot. Guess what? I was still working for money. I have friends right now who are working for the airlines. Some work for American, some work for Delta, some work for Southwest, and they work their butts off. You know, does it look good? They're traveling across the world? Absolutely. But I know they have spouses at home that they want to be with. So they have to put in the time and the hour. I wanted freedom. And if I wanted freedom, I knew that I had to figure out a way to get my money to work for itself. Okay. This last part, #3, this industry outside of real estate has produced a lot of self-made millionaires and success stories. My wife and I were one of those success stories, and we're no one special. We just said yes. We want it different. See, I learned early that if you want your life to change, then you have to change, okay? And if you change, your mindset has to change. So if you continually hanging around the same people with the same mindsets, you're gonna keep the same mindset and keep the same results. So if you want your bank account to grow, you must grow your mindset. You must get around people, okay, who are going to elevate you and push you up and celebrate your successes and help you move with them. And that's what I love about this community. So not only are you learning how to be a successful investor, trader, okay, you know, digital entrepreneur, but we're also going to teach you how to market the #1 digital academy in the world and actually get paid from that too. So this is the last check that you can receive. I want you to go and type optional in the chat, okay? Because I need you to understand this. This is optional, okay? That means you don't have to tell not one soul, okay? We have over 90% of our customers who choose to say, you know what? I just want to trade. I just want to run my e-commerce store. I don't want to have to do this, okay? But at the same time, we have our go-getters who say, you know what? I don't leave no money on the table, okay? I want to get every check that I came for. And so here's the last check, and I love it because this is what truly takes the lid off of your income, okay? Starting off, listen, I was in a network marketing company before, and I have yet to see any network marketing company produce a comp plan like this that is straight to the point. Okay, so hear me closely. To become an IBO, first of all, you upgrade for $15. Now, what we suggest is this: when you refer your first 3 customers, okay, 3, then upgrade for $15. And from the time that you upgrade for $15, the company says, you're telling the company, hey, I don't want my fees waived anymore. I want to start collecting commissions for every customer that I have in my organization, whether I bring them in or not. If they're in my organization, I want to get paid off of them. So what's your first 3 that you bring in personally, you're going to make $37.50 every Friday. You get paid every week, okay? Now, when those 3 customers elevate to 12, this is what got me. I said, so you mean to tell me only 12 customers and I can make $600 a month extra? Okay, what do you got to do right now to go into your job to make $600 extra? Okay, how many Uber rides do you have to take, okay, or give so that you can make an additional $600? Okay, I know people who have to do a lot of things to make an extra $600. But yet, when I got started, we were there to put in 3, show them how to go and do the same thing, waive their fees or help them become Platinum 150s, and then hit Platinum 600. We have thousands of Platinum 600s inside the organization, folks. Okay, that means you're making an extra $7,200 a month. If that came in extra to your family, what would that do for you? Okay, when 12 turns into 30, you're looking at $1,000 a month. Okay, that's $12,000 per year. Okay, we already know that the average family right now has less than $1,000 in their bank account. That would change your life in a major way. Okay, that can change everything if you take that money and actually take the education that we give you and you leverage it. Okay, when 30 turns to 75, you're looking at $2,000 per month. When we first came into this company, it took us 1 week to hit the rank of Platinum 2000. Okay, 75 customers, and that was just us spreading the word, starting from my mom, dad, brothers, and then of course some friends, and then it's just expanded because it made sense. And of course, in 4 weeks' time, we hit the rank of Platinum 5000. That means you're making $60,000 per year in residual income. Okay, that's $5,000 per month. People are going to get their master's degree to make this type of income, folks. And now you can become a part of our digital academy where we put you through an educational program. We teach you how to become a successful marketer inside of the program so that you can make this type of money as well too, helping to change other people's lives. Okay, so that's $1,250 per week. What would you give to make that additional money per week as well? Okay, we hit Chairman 10 in 60 days of being a part of this company. That's $2,500 weekly, $10,000 a month minimum. Plus, we have some bonuses that Chairman received. The average Chairman 10 makes about between $12,000 to $13,000 per month at that level. You realize in the world, only 7% of the world makes above $10,000. Okay, in our company, okay, we have well over, I think, 500 chairmen in our company right now. Okay, that means at minimum, we have over 500 people making $10,000 a month in residual income outside of trading and investing. Okay, powerful. No other company has done that before. It took us 16 months to hit the rank of Chairman 25. That's making $25,000 every single month. Every week is a good month. Okay, some of you will catch that. It's $6,250 every single week that you get paid as Chairman 25. Listen, I hope you have a Me Too moment, because I remember a time I couldn't even fathom first of all, I couldn't even fathom someone making $10,000 a month because I had never been around it, let alone someone making $25,000 a month. It was not until I got into this industry, I started seeing people who looked like me, sound like me, who were making $25,000 a month, $100,000 a month. And now in my career time, $750,000 a month. Okay. So yeah, maybe you're on this call and you're like, I can't believe someone's making that amount of money. It's because that's not a part of your circle yet. But remember, I said you're the sum total of the 5 people you associate with the most. Wonder if you start associating with chairman. Okay, when you start associating with Chairman 50s and 100s. See, when I was a pilot, guess who I associated with? Pilots associate with pilots. Okay, in my aircraft, you have pilots, you have navigators, you have engineers. Engineers associate with engineers. Navigators associate with navigators. So if you want to become something, you have to associate with the person you want to become. And there's no better model than a model like this, where you can rub shoulders with someone who is willing to give you every value, because when you get paid, they get paid. Okay, that's what's great about what we do. So we're going to elevate you big time. Chairman 50 means you make $50,000 a month. Chairman 100 means you make $100,000 a month. 250, $250,000 a month, all the way up to our top level in the company for my go-getters on here. Okay, that may not be for everybody. Not everybody wants to make $750,000 a month, but for my go-getters on here. Okay, if you want to make $750,000 a month, understand that it's possible. We have all shades, all ages, all backgrounds that are winning inside of our company. Our Chairman 750s from Hispanic to Caucasian to Black, all representing this company. We are diverse in such a major way. So if you're on this call, I want you to know, no matter where you come from, who you are, what education level you have, if you are willing to work hard and put a little belief in what it is that you do, you can be successful in IM. So I'm so grateful to be a part of this company. If you got on here, okay, maybe you stumbled across it by accident, maybe you were invited by someone, I want you to get back to the person that invited you on this call and let them know I am in. I'm ready to get started. And then give them this little answer here, okay? If I was to meet you in person, I would ask you, hey, do you want to make a little bit of money or you want to make a lot of money? Because that's going to determine how they're going to launch you inside of this business. If you want to make a lot of money, we're going to launch you. If you want to make a little bit of money, we're still going to launch you the right way as well too and plug you in. But determining on how you want to start in this business will depend on how we onboard you in the business as well too. So get back to the person who invited you to the call and let them know I am ready to get started. All right, folks, that is our call. You guys have a great one. Let's go.